I have 4 o'clock. Let's call this meeting to order. Could I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Do we have any public comment? Uh-huh. Would you like to stand up there at the microphone and give us your name?
Mike Barton, 3342 280th Street, Clarendon. And I'm here to ask the supervisors about the hard surfacing of J52. 280. Or 280. Yeah, same thing. I want to know, is it going to be on the agenda for 2026?
Yes. 26?
Will the plan get implemented?
Will be discussion.
All right. We've been without a hard surface road for quite some time. And I hope when it does get done, it is from 260th Street all the way to Taylor County line. As it was. As it was, correct.
Any comments, JD?
Not much traffic in that last mile. But I don't connect. But there's not much traffic in that last mile.
As it goes by my house,
Why would there be less? They don't go south and they don't go north.
is that from a vehicle count?
What I got from the DOT.
Well, when they had that count, which is not far from my house, they spent about 2 hours there. When they got up to highways 2, they spent 2 days. That would skew any report. And that, I guess, is about my 2 cents worth.
The Hoskins were here last week, so they said the same thing. Hoskins, Ron was here last week.
Right. I watch YouTube a lot.
Okay, so you're watching us. Okay, yeah, so you've reiterated exactly what he said last week.
Okay.
Yeah, which is good. Yeah.
That's about it. I got it.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Okay. JD, you're up.
JD King, Page County Engineer. A good day, Page County if you're a duck. Construction, not so much.
Hang on just.
Engineer update went out yesterday afternoon. We were blading on the gravels. Getting a couple blades set up with the retrievers to run shoulders, one north part of the county, one south. Had 5 trucks out hauling rocks. 3 tandems and a couple of belly dumps. We were mowing the side more on the pavements. Spray patchers. Working at various locations across the county where our bad spots are in the seal coats or other roads. Cause we're getting close to the end of the season for road oil. 5 crews working on Beaver Dam, clearing Beaver Dam locations because we didn't want to start a pipe project and cut the road off, anticipating the weather. Moving to the shop, doing winter service on number 30 should be done. The sign truck has been built and we're waiting on transport from wherever they built it in the Carolinas somewhere or Kentucky up to St. Joe. All tech there. One of the machines we had a plumb so we could pull that retriever on. We got a couple of plow trucks or a couple of plows on some trucks to follow behind the motor grader and kick the rock back off the road.
kick it off the road?
Well, we're gonna,
Don't we want to put it, keep it on the road?
well, we're gonna take it from the shoulder. This is on the pavements only.
Oh, okay.
So we're taking the rock that's on the shoulder, gonna run it up against the edge of the pavement and might get a little on the top. And then we'll kick it back off.
Kick it back on. Okay.
Then I'm still gathering paperwork on our mower equipment. Originally, we're investigating purchasing a tractor and side mower like we usually do. But talking to some neighbor counties, there's a lease program where we can lease a mowing tractor and buy a mower, buy a pull behind mower that's substantially reduced in cost compared to purchase for a lease. So we're putting that together. Hopefully I'll have that. I've talked about this a couple of times in generalities, but I hope to have paperwork next week.
Okay,
And got a truck with the transmission issue still in Omaha. And we did some mixing of winter material, hauled in sand from Shenandoah, mixed with salt we had left over from several years, and filled up the mixed building. Still waiting on green vegetation at the Essex Bridge. This little dab of rain and hopefully warm the rest of the week will get us to that 70%. Still have to do some deck sealing. We're working on projects for next year. Bridges at Yorktown. There's a bridge on 170th and J53, which would be 280th Street, that the Varda ones were talking about. They also were scheduled to do some fog sealing today on J20 from the Russell corner east to Bethesda corner. But Monday we called that off or delayed it a day till tomorrow. And just with the rain in the forecast for today, which did occur. So we'll try it again tomorrow, starting 7:30 on the west end. Tomorrow afternoon, Jeff and I'll go down to, we'll drive down to St. Joe in the morning. There's a noon meeting of MINC, Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas. Transportation officials get together once a year in St. Joe, talk about transportation stuff. Jeff and I'll go down there tomorrow in the morning and come back Thursday afternoon. Questions from me?
don't think so. What did you say on the lease program? You buy one thing and lease the other?
No, we'd buy a mower
Buy a mower,
and lease
lease the tractor.
How did the crew on the Coin Road, did we get them patched and that road
Yes, that's
satisfactory for now?
at that location now. Down the road another quarter mile, we have another spot that's failing on J52.
Do we have plans for?
Sometime we're gonna come in and fix that. We'd get more than one bad spot,
Yeah.
cause
I
as
was
long as
wondering,
the
'cause
trucks,
harvest is coming and
as long as they're still building over there in Shenandoah Hills, they'll still keep roughing up the.
I see they changed the crane then. Is it tomorrow? The crossing,
yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I saw it closed
yeah,
59.
They're gonna move something across 59.
yeah.
Good place to stay away from.
Yeah.
No, this is not on the agenda, but I did include a copy of the fiscal year 25 annual report for your inspection. It's due to the DOT before the 15th of September every year from the previous fiscal year. We submitted it back in August. They reviewed it, had a issue with one of the projects, where we didn't have a project included, fixed that. Got it approved by the DOT. Here it shows, what we did. The second sheet is the fiscal summary, you could say, or the financial sheet shows balances, expenditures, revenues. One thing about this, unlike the way the county handles expenditures, when the DOT deals with expenditures that are reimbursed, they subtract it from the expenditures. So the expenditures are reduced compared to what would show on the county side.
Where
Why
we-
that is, I don't know.
It shows, but just in a different way.
Okay,
Yeah.
anyway, if we write a check for $2,000 and get 500 of it back, in DOT world, we expended $1,500. Here we would spend 2,000, and we have to have authority for that. And the receipts would increase on the county side.
So you've given us all the information, and I always said the county engineer's budget was hard to understand because of all the numbers and the splitting of the payroll and everything in the different categories. So it is harder to understand for the layman.
Here's the 12 categories that I talk about during the budget. They show up here.
Yeah.
And then there's some other things toward the back. Interesting to somebody, I guess. And the final set of 3 papers there is based on the original budget that we did for 2025, which was acted on in April of 2024. We expected about a $2 million balance. We ended up with a $2.5 million balance.
Close.
Well, it's good. It's good. What I haven't
Right
done,
side of it.
what I haven't done yet is figure out why, the revenues increase compared to what was budgeted. Anyway,
Anyway. Okay,
just for your
steady.
for study and knowledge.
And then we'll be all ready for the new budget in January.
It'll come right up.
I know it'll be here before we know it.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, JD. A lot of information. A lot of it. Okay. Okay, Jeff,
Good afternoon. How we doing today, everybody?
we're good. How are you?
Great. I agree with JD. It's great weather if you're a duck. So
See, you were here yesterday.
yeah, Sid and I made the trip down there. He wanted to take a look at the job site and look at talk with some of the trades, make sure everybody's in good spirits and trying to keep the project moving forward. And everything seems to be trending quite well. Yesterday we did have our first slab on grade pour, which was on the east side of the structure in the dispatch area and some of the back rooms, kind of like where the sheriff's office is, and then what we call one of the mechanical rooms. So that slab was poured yesterday. They were going to try to get a pour in today, but the rain kind of course, backed that off a little bit on us. So the plan is for another concrete pour tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. So Jesse and his team will continue doing that. They are using a concrete pump truck to get the concrete into the building down through the skylights. So it looks a little bit different if somebody happens to drive by. Also going on inside the building, the O'Neill Electric is actually double their crew size to finish getting the rest of the underground conduit runs in front of Jesse and his team. That way we can hopefully get this slab on grade pour accelerated and done quicker than what we anticipated. So let's keep hoping for a little bit drier weather. I know the farmers are itching to get into fields to get some harvesting going, so I'll definitely vote that route there. Some more outside work going on with the Cunningham team, working with putting the grease interceptor in on the north side of the building. So again, as weather keeps moving, kind of slowing them down a little bit, they're continuing to move forward, and that'll be completed. So it'll be about with some of the last of the outside work that's going to have to get done for a little bit. We have been talking directly with Alliant, Lonnie. He's expected to have some answers back from the folks up here in Des Moines concerning the rest of the design that we need to get the natural gas supply from South 12th Street into the facility. So there'll be more to coming on that. You'll see some correspondence coming from everybody, and so we can get that to continue to move forward. Let's see here. Thursday, you'll see semis going in and out of the job site. It's expected to have, I do believe, anywhere from 7 to 8 loads of roofing materials coming in, which will be the polyiso, and then also the membrane that goes down and all the necessary pieces and parts that go along with that. So in front of them, we have graphites up on the top of the structure, putting the rough carpentry work, some of the false work that goes in that we call up before the coping steel goes on. That way they can roll the membrane up and over and keep getting the building watertight. So those crews are up and working on that as we speak. From there, again, just everybody seems to be getting along real decent. Again, just trying to make sure that we can get a little break in this wet weather. So what questions do you folks have for me?
I had a question, but Tony answered it because I could see wet coming down the walls and he said it was because the membrane wasn't on there. So, yeah, but the concrete looks great going in there.
Yep. So what's going on, of course, we have those, they're called roof plank to get put in and installed. And then there's the joints in between. They use a high strength grout that goes in there, but you still get some of those, what we'll call hairlines that you still have water that can seep down through. So once that roof membrane gets put on, we'll be installing some drain tile on the interior of the building, because the roof drains at that point will start being able to shed that water, and we'll get that water to shed to the outside. So that way we keep the building dry inside. Once we get to that point, we'll be bringing in what we call dehumidification units to start drying out the building. And then also we're getting stuff in position for temporary heat to get us through the winter months. So again, I don't anticipate having the natural gas supply before then, but the units that we will be bringing in, we can run either off of LP or natural gas. It's a matter of changing out the orifice. So we'll have those being brought into position also. So
Got to get it dry.
got to get it dry, get everything dried out that we can get the painting going and keep this thing process going. So we're ready to go for getting dispatch moving in middle part of next year.
So everything's looking good then from your side.
So as soon as we get some of the rest of the crane work done with the roofing materials, we'll bring some more gravel in order to get some decent walkways going in. So at any point, at any time, if anybody wants to come in for a site visit, please just stop by our job trailer, and we'll get you inside with whatever extra PPE we need, and we'll keep everybody going.
Good.
You're not going to do a special ramp for me?
We can do whatever you want, Miss Judy. You just let me know what we got to do.
I drive down there and I pull in and look at what I can see from the outside, but there isn't much anymore. So, yeah.
No, it's getting pretty tight. So yeah, we can definitely, anything that we'll do if we start having a lot of the wet issues, we'll build a temporary ramp. That way, guys, we can get everybody up in and have some boot cleaner type stuff on there to keep the building clean on the inside. So definitely welcome at any time.
Good idea. Okay. It's getting exciting.
Getting closer, that's for sure.
Any other questions? Nope. Okay. Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Folks, have a great day. I'll see you next week.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, is John there? John's there somewhere.
I'm here.
There. Oh, you're hello there.
Hey, well, we've got some exciting stuff too on our end. One of the main things being that I'm told all the turbine components have been delivered to their sites now. So that's project wide. That's a big deal, big milestone in the project. And I believe we should have 2 of the main cranes out in Page County now. So really coming along. We've got 30 turbines, and this is out of the 54 total in Fremont and Page. But 30 of the 54 turbines are completely constructed now. So lots of good progress. I think that number was like 22 turbines probably 2 weeks ago. So that's a lot of work in a little bit of time.
So
I
are
think,
most of those that are left, are they left in Page County?
yes,
Then
sir.
are you kind of finishing up Fremont? So, but we're only having 21, right, in Page? I think that's the
Correct.
total. Yep, okay.
So those aren't up yet. A couple are up,
No,
maybe.
there's still quite a few I think left in Page County, but nonetheless, we're much closer than we were.
Okay, very good. Very good.
Anything on your end?
Todd's been gone, so I don't know that he's,
Nope, I haven't had anything, just keep preaching about the speeds of the trucks and making sure that we're, that they're watching out. We get more harvest equipment on the roads and stuff. Might get a little bit packed, a little bit more busier as we get into harvest, but just kind of keep reiterating that to the drivers and your contractors and stuff like that. So, which I think
Sure.
you guys have done.
and if you've got most of your stuff there, then yeah,
Yeah,
Just
that
be work-
helps that it's all been delivered to the sites, so that might.
just be working on the sites. Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
No
I haven't
problem.
had any complaints I haven't had any comments at all from people. So
Good.
I guess that's it. Thanks, John.
All right. Thanks a
Okay,
lot.
have a good
one.
one.
Thank you.
Okay, our next thing is discuss action of Township Trustee for Harlan Township. Brett Wellhausen has agreed to take the place of Brian Brockman. Um, and then Lincoln Township, Andy Peterson is going to replace Keith Huseman. So do we have anything on that, Kristen? We just have to approve that. Just have to approve it. Okay, do I hear a motion to approve the Harlan Township trustee?
Make a motion that we approve Brett Wellhausen to replace Brian Brockman for the Harlan Township.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. And the Lincoln Township, Andy Peterson to replace Keith Huseman.
I'll make a motion. We have Andy Peterson replace Keith Huseman.
Okay,
Second.
all in favor?
Uh,
Aye. Okay. Our next thing is to discuss action, the abatement, request from the city of Shenandoah for parcels. There's 3 parcels, 312 East Washington, 319 East Washington, and 108 Grant Avenue. And it has the parcel numbers on here, which I'm not going to read, but anyway. We need a motion to approve that. These are properties that the city of Shenandoah has taken deed to.
Make a motion that we approve the abatement of the 3 properties listed in resolution
35.
35-2025.
Okay, I have a second.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Keep one more. Okay, and our next one is to discuss action abatement from the city of Essex. And it's, thank you, and that's resolution 36/2025. It's for 812 North Avenue in Essex. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion. We approve resolution 35-25.
Second.
36-25. So.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Now we're to board communication. I'll just bring you up to speed on the property in Page County that we have. We had the opinion from our county attorney, Jim Varley, last week that said that the county had to pay the taxes. We did check on the rental from Zion on the VA building, and just because they are not a for-profit business does not mean that we can be that we cannot pay taxes. So we paid the taxes for the Shenandoah building and for all the farmland. So,
So does that happen? Where's that money come out of? Does it just come out of the general fund
Yep.
or, okay?
that's where it came from.
And then now
Kristen.
we're caught up now?
Yeah, Kristen did an extra line item for each in the VA, budget and for, I guess just out of 99. Yeah.
So then,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So then on next year's budget, we'll need to make sure that we're accounting for that.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, and I have talked to one legislator. We were visiting and he said it's the dumbest thing he ever. Because it was like robbing Peter to pay Paul. So anyway, hopefully we can get some legislation maybe going to,
What was that total amount then?
it was around $10,000 altogether.
Okay.
I've got it somewhere here. It was 9386 for the farm and what was the other?
674 for
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
total of 10,268.
That we had to come up with. So to me, it's like, it's revenue that's helping with the taxpayers and whatever. Anyway, okay. Okay, our next item is board communication. Anybody have anything?
I've got a SWPCO meeting on Thursday morning, or not morning, early in the afternoon, and then that annual meeting is Thursday night in Atlantic. I don't know if either one of you are gonna attend. Brian, are you?
Brian's going.
Okay, I'm good. Yep,
Yeah,
I'll be there as well. Yep, and then Monday, I have a Zion meeting. Monday morning.
okay. Okay, I attended juvenile detention meeting last week. I was in Iowa City, but I've been phoning in because you drive an hour and a half for a half an hour meeting. So it's like they've been allowing me to phone in, so lots of business covered in that half an hour as to keeping the juvenile detention thing with the building and everything going. And one of the things that was discussed was the liquidation of the capital account, which is not entirely liquidating the whole thing, but we discussed whether to liquidate it with leaving 25, 30, 15 or 20% in the capital account. We voted to leave 25% in that capital account. And so what's the remainder of that is sent out to the counties. And we will be getting a check for 35,000, 35,00549. That should be the amount coming back to Page County. So it goes on the detention days and the average. So that's what that's the way that's figured. The other thing, I had a Wabansie meeting today, left just, we had one item left and I left the meeting because it's a long meeting, but they have lots of things going on, about the Shenandoah building. We have a couple of problems over there that Wabansie owns. There's numerous things that are taking place with the changes into HHS, and I just learned today that Dr. Garcia is leaving, which is interesting. So there have been programs that have been cut out of HHS, no longer reimbursing like Wabansie Mental Health Center. And so there are things that have to be done in order to keep the mental health centers going. We've lost a couple employees because of the programs being cut. So that's mainly what that meeting is about. And then they're also trying to do some new things. So that takes care of that. So anyway, okay, our next item is
I had a question.
yes,
I don't remember what I was gonna ask. The opioid. There was some new emails out about the opioid.
That's all
Making sure that
taken
it is,
Well done.
okay.
Yeah.
So we all signed.
there
up
was
for
one I
those?
thought I hadn't done, but I did. So,
Oh, good.
Yeah, there were two different ones, and yeah, I did them back in July, so they are.
Perfect. Thanks.
I did them and I forgot I did them, so, I mean, I knew I had done one, but anyway.
Great.
Okay, our next item is to approve claims.
Make a motion, we approve the claims.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. And, the next one is the meeting minutes from, September the 9th.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes stated.
Second.
I'll let you second, because I wasn't here.
Oh, I'll second
Is
it.
that right?
Yeah, that's fine. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Anything else that needs to be discussed? If not, I'll hear a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye, 4:30.